The black-eyed children Beck are a modern urban legend that has gained notoriety in recent years, primarily through accounts shared on the internet. These tales describe eerie encounters with children who have pitch-black eyes and an unsettling presence. Although there is no definitive evidence proving the existence of such creatures, many believe that the Beck phenomenon is more than just a legend. In this article, we will explore the origins, characteristics, and the nature of these mysterious figures, considering whether they are simply a chilling urban legend or real. Unexplained phenomenon. Origins of the black-eyed children legend. Black-eyed children phenomenon appears to have first gained widespread attention in the late 1990s, but its roots can be traced back to earlier folklore and paranormal encounters. Some have speculated that the concept of the BEC is a modern incarnation of earlier myths, such as stories of ghostly children or shadow people. However, the specific and unnerving characteristics of the Beck, especially their black eyes, make them distinct from these earlier paranormal entities. The first known report of a black-eyed child came from a man named Brian Bethel, a journalist from Texas. In 1996, Bethel claimed that he had a terrifying encounter with two children outside a movie theater. According to Bethel's account, the children approached his car and asked for a ride, but there was something off about them. What struck him most were their eyes entirely black with no whites visible. This encounter left Bethel terrified and led him to share his experience in an online forum. His story quickly spread, sparking other individuals to come forward with similar claims of encounters with strange children exhibiting unnatural behaviors and features. Bethel's story served as the catalyst for a series of reports and online discussions about the black-eyed children. Over time, more people came forward with their own eerie tales, and the BEC became a subject of internet horror stories and paranormal discussions. Many of these accounts shared strikingly similar details, which only deepen the mystery surrounding the phenomenon. What do the black-eyed children look like? The black-eyed children are often described in very specific terms by those who claim to have encountered them. While the details of their appearance may vary slightly from account to account, several key characteristics remain consistent across most reports. Pale skin. The children are typically described as having a naturally pale or almost sickly-looking skin. Their complexions are often described as ghostly, with an unsettling lack of warmth. Black eyes. The most defining and terrifying feature of the black-eyed children is their eyes. Witnesses often describe the eyes as being entirely black, with no sclera, the white part of the eye visible. The blackness is described as deep, dark, and almost inhuman. Age and physical features. The children generally appear to be around the ages of 9 to 12, though some reports mention younger or older children. They are often described as having an unnatural or empty expression, with their behavior seeming somewhat off or robotic. Their appearance is sometimes likened to that of a lost or otherworldly child, often eliciting feelings of discomfort in those who encounter them. Odd behavior. The BEC are known for their strange behavior. They are often reported as being overly polite and persistent, requesting entry into the homes or vehicles of witnesses. They may ask for something mundane, such as using the phone, but their request is always accompanied by a sense of urgency or unease. They also tend to avoid making eye contact, and their mannerisms may seem stiff or unnatural. Strange presence. Many individuals who have encountered black-eyed children report an overwhelming sense of fear or dread. Even before noticing the children's eyes, witnesses often feel an instinctive unease. Once the children speak, this feeling intensifies, and many describe it as a gut feeling that something is wrong, even if they can't pinpoint exactly why. Common encounters with black-eyed children. While stories of encounters with the black-eyed children have circulated widely on the internet, most of these accounts share certain common elements, leading many to believe that the phenomenon may not simply be a collection of fabricated stories. Let's look at some common aspects of reported encounters. The knock at the door. One of the most common scenarios involves the black-eyed children showing up at the door of a home. They typically ask for help, such as needing to use the phone or asking for a ride. The request is almost always made in a polite but airy manner. They will often insist on being allowed inside, and witnesses describe an overwhelming pressure to comply. Those who have turned them away often report feeling an inexplicable sense of dread, as if something terrible will happen if they don't open the door. Car encounters. In other accounts, the black-eyed children have been reported approaching cars, especially in desolate or isolated locations. One notable story comes from Brian Bethel, who described a terrifying encounter with two children while parked outside a movie theater in Abilene, Texas. As the children approached his car, they allegedly began asking for a ride, but their unnerving appearance and black eyes sent Bethel into a panic, prompting him to drive away quickly. This encounter is often cited as one of the first major reports of black-eyed children, and it set the tone for many subsequent stories. Children at night. Many BEC encounters occur during the night, with the children reportedly showing up uninvited in isolated or suburban neighborhoods. Their appearance at night, combined with the otherworldly qualities attributed to them, gives these stories an added layer of terror. Some reports indicate that the children will disappear suddenly, as if vanishing into thin air once they've been denied access. Physical and emotional effects. Several witnesses have claimed that after an encounter with the black-eyed children, they experience lingering physical and emotional distress. This may include feelings of anxiety, nausea, or a sense of unease that lasts long after the children have disappeared. These after effects add to the belief that the BEC are not simply an urban legend but perhaps part of something more sinister. Theories behind the black-eyed children phenomenon. The mysterious and unsettling nature of the black-eyed children has led to numerous theories about their true identity and origin. While there is no definitive explanation for the phenomenon, several possible theories have emerged: alien or extraterrestrial beings. One of the most popular theories is that the black-eyed children are alien beings, perhaps sent to Earth to observe or even abduct humans. Their black eyes, which are described as devoid of any human sclera, are often interpreted as a sign of non-human physiology. Some believe that the children may be part of an extraterrestrial race attempting to blend in with human society while hiding their true nature. Demonic or supernatural entities. Another prevalent theory is that the black-eyed children are demonic or malevolent supernatural beings. Their eerie behavior, combined with the overwhelming feelings of dread and fear that witnesses experience, leads some to believe that these children are manifestations of evil spirits or demons. The insistence on entering people's homes or vehicles without permission, as well as the lack of empathy or emotions, suggests that they may be agents of a malevolent force. Time travelers or interdimensional beings. A more speculative theory posits that the black-eyed children are time travelers or beings from another dimension. Their strange appearance and behavior may be the result of their inability to fully acclimate to human society, and their black eyes could be a consequence of their foreign origin. This theory often overlaps with the idea that they might be lost or stranded, seeking help from humans. Psychological and cultural factors. Some skeptics argue that the black-eyed children are a product of cultural and psychological factors. The widespread popularity of horror stories, urban legends, and internet folklore could have contributed to the creation of the Beck myth. In this view, the tales of the black-eyed children are collective creations, shaped by societal fears, anxieties, and a fascination with the unknown. Hoaxes and misidentifications. Of course, there are also those who suggest that the black-eyed children are simply an elaborate hoax or the result of misidentifications. Witnesses may be misinterpreting normal children with unusual features, such as dilated pupils or lighting conditions that give the appearance of black eyes. Alternatively, some may be embellishing or fabricating stories for attention or entertainment purposes. Is the black-eyed children phenomenon real? The question of whether the black-eyed children are a real phenomenon or simply an urban legend remains unanswered. While there is no concrete evidence to prove their existence, the sheer number of similar reports and the consistency of certain details across different accounts make the Beck difficult to dismiss and rely. The phenomenon is intriguing precisely because it touches on so many unexplained and unsettling themes: children, the fear of the unknown, and the uncanny. Whether or not the black-eyed children are real, their story has become an enduring part of contemporary folklore. They have sparked widespread curiosity and continue to be the subject of discussion among paranormal enthusiasts, horror fans, and skeptics alike. In conclusion, the black-eyed children represent a modern mystery that continues to capture the imagination of people worldwide. Are they a real phenomenon, or merely a creation of urban legend? Until more concrete evidence emerges, the mystery of the black-eyed children is likely to remain unsolved, adding to their eerie mystique. Whether they are the product of human fear or something truly otherworldly, they continue to haunt the darkest corners of our imaginations.